Oh, there it is. Mute it though.
Alright, everybody, this is John.
Dirty.
And more Final Fantasy 4 for your viewing pleasure. Let's see here. Where am I at?
You just beat the dolls.
Go, son.
I actually want you to cross the underground now. I know you had to do a slight amount of walking to get here, but where you start at, there's not really anywhere to go, is there?
Not really.
I used to use sight a lot more than I do now. But I never use it.
I did not mean to do that. I also did not mean to bring all of that shit with me. Wait.
There's gonna be stuff in the, not all the best stuff. What about the Gaia gear? Is the Sage gear just plain better?
Unless the Sage Robe is... next thing? Yeah, it's next
okay.
thing.
You seem to not have a hat on somebody, is it her? It's called Pin Better? I definitely see it being.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah. You ever put the thing on him? Yang or whatever?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot it was a black belt past the Karate Key. So yeah, like you're saying, you may want to go a couple things. Just remember to unequip at least the lance off the cane before you lose him again. You know, it is funny, some of the rebalancing to stuff that I get some of the logic people I'm sure have when it comes to that kind of stuff, but sometimes I think of it in terms of, let's say in Mario RPG, right, you remove the flowers that dropped out of enemies that fill your hit points and other things like that.
Yeah.
Just because that makes it too easy. It's like, you know how much more walk back there'd be in Mario RPG? Like, running low on resources, be like, well, I gotta go all the way back to town. Or I gotta go get some mushrooms or something.
Yeah. Well, in that one, you only have so many item slots. In the new one, you can only hold so many of an item. So you can only hold like 9 of each item.
Is everything like that, or is there some stuff restricted to like 4 or 5?
There are some things you're restricted to like 3 and 6.
Does that feel more or less restrictive ultimately? Because I can't say at this point I use items a whole lot in Mario RPG, but they're definitely there to use, and they give you some good items to use. Like, I assume you can't do what I did my first time through the game and, like, stockpiled the hell out of Kira Colas and just use those to beat Smithy.
No, you cannot. You can only have like 3 or you can only have like 3 of those, I think. And that might be an item you can have 6 of, but Yeah, it has its pros and cons.
Thinking about how some what you would call it, some Final Fantasy games are like, fuck it, remedies are it. They're cheap and you can buy them everywhere.
That's how this one was.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean,
So it eventually does become more efficient to buy remedies as opposed to any of the other crap.
no. In shops, you got heals.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I forgot this one was that way originally. That's part of what made the heal staff so confusing. It had basically the same graphic and everything, but only heals like poison, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Everybody else is telling you how to, like, absolutely destroy the math in this game. I'm the only channel showing you how to clip through dwarves.
Ooh, why is Radius over here?
Oh, because I did do the thing.
Would you say it took to about now where he's starting to catch up?
Yeah.
What is this ×2 now?
Hold up. Okay, so that's 5.
Okay. Oh, wait, ×3? Huh. Of course, he's at ×8.
Jesus fuck Christ.
What do you end up using with her? Like stabs, rods, whips, knives, like.
With Rydia, whips. With Rosa, bows.
Okay. Are whips also row ignoring?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
I don't believe so, but maybe.
The Petrify won't necessarily finish on its own. It's each time you get hit, it goes further, right?
There are 2 variations in the game.
Okay.
The one where you have to be hit with it multiple times, and the kind where it does it over time.
Okay. Okay. That's probably why I'm confused about it. There's a lot of mechanics like that that the game does not explain to you.
No, there is a lot the game does not explain to you. Boom. It'll boom again. Oh! I thought the next one was here. Yeah. It's disappointing you never get to use a tank.
Yeah. Their stuff makes you think of Rock Soldier stuff from Old Ninja Turtles. I just remember they had tanks that look very similar to that, except for they floated, I guess.
I'm curious if they're made of wood. Or I guess maybe they're made of rock. Why would they be made of wood?
I mean, I assume they're made of rock, but I don't know. Yeah, I think it's because I was used to some of the first stuff I came across in Final Fantasy, but there are a lot of stuff like the turtle/adamantoise enemies that I didn't realize just how often they look like sea turtles as opposed to like some kind of land turtle.
Ooh.
That makes me think of how in 7, there are definitely water turtles that you only run into on beaches, but they look very much like land turtles. I know that tortoises and stuff also can swim, generally speaking, but maybe just the ones around here. I think it's more like turtles, if I remember, aren't as like hard restricted to their environments as like amphibians are. Like, you know, turtles can't survive on land and tortoises can survive in the water. It's just, you know, turtles can live all their life in the water. Like, log life is the life.
Nice. You know, I was gonna say that I would not want to, like, petrify Yang, because then he would just throw hands of stone at me.
Yeah. Does this game have instant death?
Yes.
Oh yeah, you were getting hit by it before. There's something I was thinking of. I can't remember. It was some kind of. Oh yeah, I was wondering, but I guess that's what the Cortals or whatever essentially are. But you think that would be better for like, can Susso wear it? I know he could wear a couple of things that it seems like he shouldn't when it comes to that kind of stuff. I'm not saying to wear it, but
There's not enough of a benefit to wearing it to warrant that much of a
Yeah.
loss.
is it approved for Rio?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. But it's kind of wondering because I was thinking about how like the Basilisk and stuff made me think of the first game had Pyralisks in it, in addition to Cockatrices and Basilisks and stuff. And you know, I don't know if you ever encountered them in Dungeons and Dragons, but they instantly kill you basically by setting you on fire. And like, he's kind of wondering how much stuff like that is it. But like, aside from the Cortals, what else uses death on you? Or is it just them
A
basically?
lot of stuff.
Okay. Like, I can't remember, like, what's some stuff that uses death on you?
Well, there's some floating eyes towards the end of the game. They
Ooh.
put death on you, or they put doom on you,
Ah.
and then it just counts down, and when you hit 0, you're fucking dead.
So, does it use the active time ticks to do that? Or does
Yep.
it... Okay.
Everything uses the ATB unless you're on wait. Then it counts it down. Counts it down like a lot differently after that.
Did they nerf that too? Or did that always heal so little?
Pray?
No, Blaze. Or Erupt, that's it. No, Lily's healing them. 1 and 8. I feel like it used to heal them more, but I could be wrong. Maybe it was always like that. I know that there's a tendency for there to be that kind of things in these games. Like, okay, in the original Final Fantasy, trolls heal 3 hit points around like they do in Dungeons & Dragons. By the time you get to trolls, that is not enough healing. Are there any iBots in New Vegas?
Yeah.
Are they still Enclave machines, or does that imply that they're general machines the Enclave commandeered?
Damn.
Yeah.
No, you only run into like a handful. I want to say the one that pals around with you.
I have a feeling Ice is going to do more because the blood seems to be doing,
Nothing.
yeah, I say less than it should.
The one I bought you run into, it's... Well, the one that's your companion, he, I think you find out that he is part of the Enclave. That's the kind of damage I think should have been doing like several levels ago.
Do you think the Enclave will make a return, or they're done after 3?
I don't know.
Like, does he make it? I know there's some Enclave like remnants in New Vegas. I didn't really talk to them, but I've seen people talk to them. Yeah, you can get their power armor. Does that game kind of imply that they're a defunct faction, or that they're still around?
They're still around, it's just... I don't know if Bethesda's gonna make them a villain again.
Ah. Do you think any of the factions that showed up in, I guess, even if they didn't show up in that were more prominent in that and others, like the Institute or anything like that, are going to be back in the later Fallout?
I couldn't say.
Because I could mean even on the level of like they were in 3, like this quest, and that's it, aside from some lore mention.
It seems like they're not bringing back villains,
Okay.
but you never know.
Yeah.
Because
I know.
in 4, there's little to no mention of the Enclave.
Yeah. I mean, you are in Canada, right?
In 4?
Yeah.
No, you're in Massachusetts.
Oh, okay. For some reason I thought the Commonwealth was up in Canada.
No.
Where is it then? Is it just the northern United States?
No, Massachusetts is a Commonwealth state.
Oh! Okay. For some reason I thought the Commonwealth this whole time was like a post, like the big war faction.
No, there are several states in the United States that refer to themselves as Commonwealths.
Okay. That's just what that state's name has become in modern times in Fallout, is the Commonwealth?
Well, I think it's just what they call
Is
the
it
area.
they
because
called it
like
that in,
Kentucky is a Commonwealth state.
Okay, but they call it that even in 3.
I don't know.
I guess, I don't know why I think Bethesda only mentions things that are important in its mentions of stuff.
They do not. There is a lot of what the fuck does this mean going on in their games.
Yeah. Unfortunately, too much of it means we let the modding community finish our games.
Yeah.
How do you think the Hellclaw is supposed to be?
Yeah, sure. Killer bow.
Stop
Nice.
using those bows to good people's health. So you needed one of those.
Sure did.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Hmm?
I'm ambushed. And I'm pretty fucking hurt.
Yeah. Yang's definitely feeling the pain over there. So let me ask you this. How do you view hit point based pain? As in a percentage, like 1,000 hit points hurts less to Yang than it would to, like, Kane, because Kane would be on the brink of death? Or, like, it's 1,000 hit points, 1,000 hit points, no matter, like, how percentage of it is?
You are asking me a question I do not have an answer for. I'm
Yeah.
not sure. I just looked at it as Yang can take more of a thrashing than Kane can.
Okay. some more like abstracted health point bars that don't tell you an actual number, like in Elden Ring, where like I have 1,000 hit points, this guy has 300, but we both have a full bar.
Yeah. We're not doing this either.
I know that this wouldn't get most people. I'm not saying it would get me. I just think of the idea of in a game, like some kind of RPG, they let you run away whenever you do. The monster's like, oh.
I thought there was a... Yeah, I thought there was a there.
Kind of thing.
I thought there was a tunnel there, but I think I might be thinking of like a later one.
See, the other dungeon for Citadis is like, oh no, it came from a void. And this one's like, we just got him laying around. Was it me, or is that one drawn like it's tripping over its like dragon head's tongue or something?
Yeah. Finally, focus is worthwhile.
But you know, something I was weirded out by in the early 3D era, and I mean more of like when it really got solidified in like the PlayStation 2, was like, when they started making some enemies bafflingly, and I know it had to do with limitations and stuff, but be shaped like humans. Like, remember in Final Fantasy X, chimeras are just like humanoid. They have the heads and the snake head tail and stuff like that. But I mean, I'm also thinking of like Moloch and Armageddon.
Yeah.
It's like, or not Moloch. I'm sorry. What's his name? The Centaur guy, Montaro.
Yeah. Okay.
Montaro. How they're like, nice, just got 2 human robot legs. And it's like, what? Can you not do this in 3D? Were we more capable on the Super Nintendo? Because, you know, I'm not that into that character, but I always thought he was a neat departure for the, like, Gauntlet boss. You know, because it's Goro and Kataro, and then it's him, and he's, like, just so different. I mean, he has to have an Aro name, because, you know, he's the next to last boss. But,
And the encounter rate is crazy high.
Is there anything in this that mitigates that? Is there like a spell or an item? Okay. I guess that doesn't tend to be in Final Fantasy games. Not that there never is. Sometimes there's like accessories or something that like have or make it 0. I don't know, there's an ability like that, mate. Can be rather important for certain kinds of runs.
Well, I mean, I do like all of the opportunities to, like, level up, but...
Yeah, they are also resource drains, I mean. It is interesting that as difficult as a game is, that's something that more or less Elden Ring doesn't have as an RPG. I'm not saying there's no keeping your resources to a point or enduring for a long time with them, but like, you hit a boss, and it's not like in this where it's like, well, you still have resources, right? Like, no, here's a grace. All your resources, get in there.
Yeah. Even smacks you on the ass and everything.
Yep.
Elden Ring is definitely a game that tells you good hustle afterwards.
Yeah. Here's the faith weapon.
Ugh. I'm gonna be so underpowered for Luge.
Ooh, shit, there's some starting to be some dangerous enemies.
Not as dangerous as me. Again, they put stone on Yang, who is about to throw these feet.
That's a lot of hit points.
I do like being able to see the next half of the dungeon that I'll see here in a while. My brain.
I'm not saying this matters, but it can't matter for the purposes of wrapping your head around a dungeon. But, I have to say something they've gotten better about in Final Fantasy is if you look at, like, an image overview of the dungeon, it looks more like an actual building as opposed to a maze made by a dungeon master on graph paper.
No, I would have gladly lost more.
It's like, you think Hojo's weird, he's got nothing on this guy.
I wish there was more Luge.
Ah.
Like, I really wish Luge would have been built up more before you fought him.
Suppose just coming out of left field out of nowhere. Yeah, he's one of the things I got warned about in, like, stuff. Whenever, like, I read about this game at all, but I thought he would be, like, you know, some character, like I said, with any amount of build-up, not just, out of nowhere, this guy.
It's so weird, it's right. What was that one comic strip your brother showed me?
You're gonna have to be a little more specific.
It was like the scientist who is always in the same position in every panel.
I'm not sure. I probably would know what you were talking about if I saw a picture of it, but like, I'm sorry, I can't remember. I assume this is some old internet comic?
Yeah. It was like a one-panel comic strip. And he's in the same position in every, like, panel. I think he's got his arm up and he's smoking a cigarette.
Okay. I can't remember what it was called, but I think I do remember what you're talking about. Yeah, you just kind of just stand there, like you said, like that, talking about something or whatever, yeah.
Yeah, no, he's saying the most off-the-wall shit ever. That's what Luge makes me think of.
Okay. Is it me, or was that like a very Squaresoft looking Frankenstein's monster?
Yeah. Man.
Of course, that makes me think of, you've seen those like bell curve memes, right? Where like, you know, someone says something, and then there's the middle of the bell curve, and they're like, no, it's not that way, and then the other end of the bell curve, yeah, no, it's that way. And one I saw like that was, you know, the low end of the bell curve, it's like, Frankenstein's the monster in the middle of the curve. Frankenstein is not the monster on the top of the curve. Frankenstein is the monster, you know? Well, you don't make your androids biomechanical.
Oof.
Mechanical looking too.
Ooh. Can't. Good God.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be this way about the lore. It's more some ideas I had a long time ago that I realized that just kind of are a very unexplained thing.
Yeah.
Is stuff like there when you use that Phoenix down and then like an angel or something came and brought her back to life. It's like, what does that imply? Or so there's some weird stuff like that in Final Fantasy X or some of the other games, you know, and it's like, yeah.
What is happening in this world?
Yeah, you know. And part of the reason I bring it up is it's not like these games don't talk about religion and stuff. You know, like, and I'm not saying that has to be tied to it, but you know, like,
Gotta be running out of health soon.
yeah,
There you go. No more Yang.
Are you gonna take anything else from?
I don't have to take claws off them.
Is it that you just don't need them, or you can get them again?
I can get them again. So when you find him in the Sliff Cave later,
Uh-huh.
there will be 2 chests that have his left hand and right hand weapon in them.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Paid more not to fight Moose. Meese. Mess.
I still don't know what the plural is for the things we use to interact with computers. Of course, if I could go back in time and influence the computer market, I think that's something I would have come out with was the mouse earlier, but had my version of it have 2 mice, one for both hands.
The computer's not complicated enough.
I mean, sometimes you want to two-fist the internet.
Sometimes the internet wants to two-fist you.
Oh yeah.
Oh my. I do like how everybody's not amazed by, like, the space age technology of this fucking building.
Yeah. There's like no comment on any of that. It is funny that this is kind of the ancient technological tower that tends to be in all these games. Sometimes it's new. Every now and then it's new. Like, you think this is Lunarian technology, or that this is all stuff Golbez built?
I guess it's... Well, yeah, no, it is, like, this is stuff that Cecil's dad, like, developed.
Okay. So, something I'm not sure about the story is if such technology was developed, who was it that caused humanity to not be able to use it? Was it, like, Zemus, or...?
No, it was more that... I think it was a availability thing. Airships were easy to make available. Massive towers of industry, maybe not so much.
Yeah. You know, I always think this is going to happen in the other one, and then this one, I always think I'm going to run into the Wind Fiend.
Hmm. Okay, now to get the fuck out of here. Actually, I think I can warp down. No. You gotta be kidding me with this shit.
It is funny when it's like, hurry, we gotta get her out of here now, 27 minutes later. And you're just not having any encounters. Oh, there we go. You're driving so fast earlier, I was like, how is that possible? There we go. I wonder if they have higher chances near the doors. But I guess you were saying this game doesn't work like that. It's not drawn, it's like the mat on the place, right?
Usually it's just like along a grid.
So you think this dungeon is just one big map and they're teleporting around it? It's using the grid?
Yeah, all of these dungeons are probably on the same, probably on the same mat.
Like, I can see this being a different map because it has different encounters and stuff, but it might just be the bottom of the map with some red around them. Does this game have any of the this you step in this place you get into an encounter like some of the other ones do?
Yes.
Okay.
That happens in the Bahamut cave.
Oh yeah, with behemoths. I forgot about that. Who can you steal from behemoths?
I don't remember.
Okay. How worthwhile would you say stealing is in this? Like, can you get anything good, or is it not worth worrying about as much as it is some of the other ones?
I only ever got stuff that I could easily purchase elsewhere much earlier in the game. I never got anything that I was just like, man, I'm sure glad I stole that.
Okay. I remember putting a lot of effort into stealing and getting to the behemoths and be not being high enough level to steal from them, but be like, well, I'm sure I can find these somewhere else. I just hope that's true.
The last leg of the adventure.
Okay. I mean, I remember in 1 being kind of disappointed that thieves were about a skill and weapon set, not about stealing. Whether there's any of that kind of stuff in that one, but like, abilities or whatever other than magic.
And this is what's on the Magic the Gathering card.
Yeah. I forgot his aim wasn't the other ship, it was to hold it, so... I get it, but it would be a little more helpful if Golbez's tower didn't extend up out of the underground up into the sky.
Yeah, so this part never really made a whole lot of sense to me. Because when you go over to Eblon and then there's that massive hole in the fucking ground with the tower sticking out of it, it's just like, what's this?
Yeah.
Nope.
Oh. Ah.
Oh noes, whatever will I do?
It's kind of funny how some Final Fantasy games will have like an enemy type that is like, they have 3 or 4 different versions of it, like 3 or 4 birds, and some of them, well, all birds look like this. So Helldivers, Cockatrices, Zoo, they're all the same fucking model. You talking to his wife?
Yep. So I don't remember to, if I don't do this, I will not remember to do this, and then I will get the spoon at a time when it's not worth having the fucking spoon. Well, I mean, it's always worth having the spoon, but I like having it for the demon wall.
Mm. Do you think you're gonna have to find him before she gives it to you in this version?
Yeah, I gotta get the frying pan, and then, yeah.
What is it that you need I know you need the crane to move the, like, hover device so that you could, get somewhere, but what is it you need to get to with it?
Eblon.
Oh, okay.
Can I get this?
I think so.
Yep. You never take free shit for granted.
Oh, yeah. We're kids. All engineering is just hitting stuff with hammers.
Here.
You know, I have to say, I was hoping that Final Fantasy would go in the direction of more vehicles, not less vehicles. Like, are there any vehicles in 16?
Your mount.
Oh yeah, Ambrosia or whatever her name is?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, about that. I forgot you have a hero chocobo.
Jesus Christ.
Is that the only, like, story white chocobo?
Probably not. None others come to mind, though. Okay. Oh, man. Okay. A shuriken. I must be getting a party member that can use stuff like that.
Hey, it could be like Final Fantasy VII, and you get one of the last character's weapons in one of the first towns of the game. An optional character, nonetheless.
I always sold that gun.
I was actually gonna be like, I can't remember who it was, but someone was like, I always sell that, actually. But it was you.
Every time I find the Peacemaker, I sell it.
I can't remember, what's his special thing? Is it the one with super high hit, or like...
I don't remember, because again,
Yeah,
I sell it.
yeah.
I'm not gonna hold on to some bullshit that long. Fuck you.
You know, something I still don't know if is just a crazy internet rumor or a real thing is, you know that, like, place where you find it, that, like, tower that you can look out over the town, and it's basically just lets you have the wide view of the town and stuff? I remember there being this rumor back in the day on the internet that you could find, like, a credit card that let you, like, buy stuff without having to pay for it with your gold in there, like the Japanese version or something like that. Yeah, no, it's just one of those things that...
People will come up with the wildest shit.
Yeah. And, you know, back then there was so much stuff that, like, okay, you know what I thought was a lie for a very long time? The ability to save Shadow. Think of what you have to do for that and how much it sounds like that bullshit.
Yeah, you just have to run out the fucking clock.
Yep. Which the game's like, no, you can't do that. You will die. But if you do that under the right circumstances,
You will not die.
yep. I remember the first time I got it to succeed, I was like, oh, I'm fucked. We got over here, but I'm fucked. But no, we were fine. It does make me wonder, with some of the cryptic bullshit from back in the day, how any of us found anything out, though. Because, like, you remember the first time you came across, like, one of Shadow's dreams? And then couldn't show it, replicate it to show somebody?
Yeah.
And it's like, that's kind of stuff that used to be in these old games, that it's like, well, what is rumor and what's not? So let me ask you this. If it turned out there was a way in Final Fantasy VII, and I know this makes no sense, it was just kind of an idea I had, where you could, instead of Eris dying, it could be one of the other non-optional characters. Who do you think you'd throw to it?
I don't know. I mean, since it's non-optional, I can't say Yuffie.
Well, I could definitely see her being the go-to because she's not really great at much as I like her, like to use and stuff. I know that in the original game she has some pretty nice glitches going on.
Yeah.
And she can do good with the Conformer in the right circumstances.
Maybe Red 13. Yeah, maybe Red 13.
Okay.
His ultimate limit break's not all that great, so I feel like I could do without that. Wow.
I'd probably end up going with Ketchy just because I don't end up using him. It's not a I dislike this character kind of thing, it's just like I get him up to a second limit break and then stop using him. Because I'm like, I have to work on everybody else. I have considered doing a run where I use him as much as I can, see if he's actually any good. I mean, I assume he is. I know he could wall up stuff, but it was one of the higher hit point pools.
You can cheese the slot machine to kill anything in the game in one shot.
Oh, so that's where the one-shot equivalent to boss and stuff is?
Yep.
Okay, will Doom always work?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
People have been using it for years to kill Ruby Weapon as quickly as possible.
That makes sense. Like, I want to say the equivalent to that in, because technically both, Rapture and the End can get a lot of stuff, but the End is the thing that can, the only stuff it can't one-shot. It technically does, but like Ultimacia in her final form, if you hit her with that, especially at the beginning, it can be handy because it'll get rid of all those initial hit points. But then she loads in with a different hit point bar. It will bring her to her next stage automatically, but like it'll kill stuff like Griever and her, connected to Griever, stuff like that. But although her connected, it might just bring them to their broken apart phase. I used to use, like, in 6, I used to use Setzer a lot more. And I really used to use his ability a lot. I just don't really... I've kind of stopped using such unreliable abilities in more recent years. I'm not saying I never do it anymore, I'm just kind of, like, maybe too old and tired for it. It's kind of like why, like, both in basic tactics and in 12, I see a lot of stuff being like, what you want to do is use the random damage weapons because of all the potential in them. And I'm just like, I don't have the energy for that anymore.
Fair.
Sure, good R4 throwing, right? That's like, it's not like in 7 where he equips them.
No, he does not equip them.
Okay.
We're only going to buy one, because we only need to buy one.
Or you put it in his other hand.
I'm just gonna dupe it.
Ah. I was surprised how much stuff that is classic ninja weapons that Locke uses instead of Shadow, but I know that they're trying to be like, no, he's relevant. Which it's funny because, remember we were talking about the intelligence curve or whatever, the bell curve?
Yeah.
I kind of went through that with Locke, where I was like, man, he's super good. No, he sucks. It's kind of crucial. You know, like... Which, you know, it's funny because I'm not saying he's not a challenging boss, but I used to think Kefka was a differently challenging boss than he is. Because what I used to do would be to get about level 35-40 and have 9,999 hit points with the characters I was going to use. Because I was all like, all hit point gain, you know, using stuff like Bahamut and whatnot. And so, I'd be at Kefka, have all those hit points. I could definitely do it, but like, I wasn't hitting him super hard, but I was surviving him hitting me hard.
Yeah.
Like,
the most exasperating fight in this goddamn game is this.
because all their abilities are so slow and they all use that one ability.
Yes.
There's some battles like this in 5. It's against bats specifically, and they'll all do this. And the funny thing is you know when they'll stop doing it? When you bring in a blue mage. I'm not saying they're scripted to, but suddenly they're not doing it. Which in that, Bloodsuck's an interesting ability because it its power is directly related to how hurt you are. So you can actually do like some pretty big damage if you have big hit points with it. Per se, a very good and worth getting, even if you're running out of time, ability as soon as you can in that boss fight is Deathclaw. Deathclaw is very good ability in that game. Of course you get it from a Deathclaw, but... Which is funny how there's some things... Remember I was talking about versions that maybe have weird ideas about things?
Yeah.
Do you remember what Deathclaws look like in Final Fantasy VIII?
No.
They're like huge bears, but instead of like bear arms, they have the Deathclaw, like membraned wings with like spikes coming off of them.
I think I know what you're talking about.
And I for some reason thought Deathclaws were a more biological creature, didn't realize they were a very mechanical-esque creature at least, you know what I mean?
I just put a lot of annoying enemies in these encounter tables at this point.
Because these guys, like, are a major down spike in threat, but they do take a while. I'm thinking about one of the other games, but is there a version of this that doesn't show you those passages?
Yes.
Okay. I'm not saying that should be true, but I feel like I've dealt with that before.
That is a selling point of some mods.
Oh! well, I mean, not know how to get these treasures. The game you played like 30 times. I always find it funny when extra frustration is a selling point. That makes me think of how much of a hard-on designers used to have for secret doors and like RPGs back in the 90s.
I should have killed them.
Because one of the things about like Dark Souls and stuff wasn't that it came up with that stuff, it was more like it kept it going after it was already like leaving the, you know, mainstream. Ah, is this the one you were thinking of? Oh shit. Should be able to take a couple steel golems at this point.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, I don't remember, in this, are Iron Giants different than the, you know those big, like, robot giants you fight on the moon? Are those what Iron Giants are in this? Okay.
Yep.
Because sometimes I think, is Proud Claw just to take on the Iron Giant? And I was like, oh wait, Iron Giants are in that. They just are very rare. Like, they usually show up as a boss, and then later as, like, an enemy on the way down to Genova.
Yeah. Damn it. Why back attack? Fuck me. I just...
You know, I think Final Fantasy VIII handles the Blood Sword well. Because it is full powered in that. Or not 8, I meant 9. Final Fantasy 9 handles it well.
Okay.
Because it's full powered in that. But what they do to make you not just hang on to it is give you clearly better weapons not too long after you get it, where it's like you still can use this. But you know, it's like it just... There's a bunch of... After that point, you really start getting, what's his name? Steiner truly on your team, and like, you know, they just start throwing swords at him and stuff. But it also, you're able to get it originally like right before where you have to be him and Marcus against all those guys in the castle, so that can really help. So I want to say you can get it from like, we're in that Trino or whatever, the City of Eternal Night. I want to say the monster arena there, it's one of the things you can get the first time you're there. Not the thing you can get. These are some interesting mustache twirling villains who are always like, "What do you mean?" Like when you show up and go like, "All right, where's Rosa? Who the fuck are you talking about?" It's like, What game are we playing here? I don't remember what do his different states mean?
You can't cast cold on him when his cloak is up.
Okay. Yeah, I remember, like, I don't know how people feel about it now, but I remember back in the day there being people, like, I almost saw this on the internet being like, you know, Edge is a creep because he likes her, and it's like, you know he doesn't know, right? I mean, I don't remember if they do eventually explain it to him or whatever, but, like, you know what I mean? It's like, there's a little bit of a difference there. He wasn't like she showed up back in the party and he's like, hey.
People that refer to Rydia as, like, still a child didn't pay attention to the game.
Ah.
Where she clearly states, time moves differently, so I grew up.
Yeah.
Oh. I guess that means she's not a fucking kid anymore. Jesus Christ.
I mean, I'm not... Skeletons maybe, but... How did that gauntlet creep up on you?
This whole cave has been nothing but ambushes and shit, and it's just like, I'm done with it.
So are they ninja golems?
I guess.
Dropping from the ceiling and all that?
Yeah, I guess.
Boom! Surprise attack, bitch!
Alright,
Hey,
at
come
least
up
it's
from
not
the front this time. Suck
Okay.
you off from front.
Jesus. Why is there a boomerang next to it? What the fuck?
Next to what?
His ability.
Do you think this version of it... Was it always like that, or...
No.
Do you think this version takes what he has in his hand into account?
No, because he should have... Hey, look.
No, never mind. That's weird. So I didn't think I remembered, like, his abilities having any kind of, like, weapon association. Like, the other spells don't have, like, a black thing by... I guess they
Yes,
do,
they
don't they?
do.
Did his have anything like that? Is it like a pin or, like...
I thought there was like a
Throwing dart?
gray... I thought there was like a gray dot next to it.
Okay. Kind of like it's time magic or something?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe they were in there like, that's not ninja enough. You'd think they would have made it the star, but... Or like a yin-yang symbol or something.
Something.
Okay. I got that he did that instead of hopping over the wall, which would have been silly enough in and of itself, since it's just not showing us the ceiling. That's why we can see the inside of it, but...
It was my understanding. It was the impression that I got is that you are jumping over the wall.
Ah, okay.
I don't remember how they handle it in the DS remake. I forgot.
Okay.
Well, fuck. Well, there we go.
So do you think they're supposed to be wearing anything along the lines of glasses, or they just have really weird eyes?
They just have really weird eyes. I'm assuming you're talking about the marionettes, otherwise
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the soldiers are just wearing helmets.
Oh yeah, yeah. Something I tried. I was thinking about the various destinations in this game. I'm not saying this game handles it bad necessarily, but whenever I use like an RPG Maker game or something like that, I try to, if I'm going to utilize that stuff, make it mean something that I've labeled all these monsters this, all these monsters that. You know what I mean? I have before come across the problem of making a bunch of slaying weapons in a game and realizing that like 90% of the monsters are this or that. You know what I mean? It's like there's like 2 dragons in the game. You don't need a dragon slaying sword.
That's when you need one the most.
Ah. The big green D. Looks like a little got a yellow stripe you got there. Is it okay? It's funny, at one point, and I don't know why, considering I started with 6, which has a whole quest where you hunt them down and they're all through the game anyway, but I had this idea, like, that there weren't very many dragons or really dragons at all in Final Fantasy games. I don't know why.
I mean, they don't generally make them a part of, like, the plot. They just make them
Yeah.
random enemies.
Yeah, I think that does have a lot to do with it. They're not like, it's the dragon. It's like, they're just not full of fucking dragons. Unexplained for no reason.
Yeah.
Kind of like, I mean, I do have a couple of questions about how in Final Fantasy VII, when you get super close to the reactor up in Nabel, you start running into just an enemy called Dragon. It's like, are dragons a reactor thing? I mean, I guess that was the monster that Sephiroth and Zack were sent to kill.
If people could just see the sheer agony on my face of how often I get into, like, encounters.
I'm not saying that like they would necessarily need it, although maybe some high-end ones would. Let's say that you added bombs to Dungeons and Dragons, and that they needed a plus weapon to hit. Would it be because they're hard, or is it because they're insubstantial?
I'd say it's because they're hard.
Good. There are a few games that definitely portray them that way, for sure.
Well, they explode when being hit. That's very a physical trait there.
Oh yeah, I guess I didn't necessarily mean they were unphysical, but more like just balls of flame. You know what I mean? That like.
Well, again, you know, when you hit something that it blows up, there's got to be a reason for that.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, that's like some of the ones that make them more detailed. They definitely, you whack them and it's like they're hard on the outside. Like I think 8 and 10 are like that, aren't they? But then, of course, 8 also has not 8. I meant 9. 9 and 10 are like that. I want to say in 9, grenades are just bombs with a metal shell on the outside of them. They actually have a different graphic and stuff. I remember being a little surprised.
I guess I should have tracked down a shop that sells fucking potions, because I thought there would be one in Eblon. But the shop only sells shit to, like, cure status ailments.
Oh, I guess I wasn't looking when you went there. I saw you go to the shop, so I was paying that close attention.
There's gonna be a bunch of ogres.
Why is it that they're beating Edge up so much?
That's so fucking annoying.
Are they just that resistant to...
Yes, they're resistant to fucking everything.
Oh, so you have to hit them with physical?
Yes.
Okay. Yeesh. Not knowing how these games worked, I originally thought when I came across... This is the first one I came across him in, Titan.
Yeah.
I originally thought he was an instant death attack, because the way the ground opens up and your character's just like... Ugh! I forgot that Edge starts out a little low on hit points, doesn't he, for a right-mind fighter? Cool.
Yes.
What does Edge tend to do more damage with? Weapons he's holding or weapons he's throwing? Like, if you threw the weapons he's
Weapon
holding...
he's throwing.
Oh, okay. Hey, the Ogre Killer. Ooh, it's one-handed. Nice.
I thought it was a two-handed weapon.
So did I. I was really expecting it to be like, pick up that shield.
I need to get to the next save point.
So I like how you were already running away before the screen faded in. What's that called?
Lilith Kiss.
Ah, okay. I thought it was called the Lady Killer. I was like, is there gender designations in this?
There might be.
Does it have anything like the Man-Eater that works good against humans?
I don't know. I mean, I don't think there's anything in the game that targets gender.
No, I just meant like I just meant more stuff that affects humans specifically, because I was thinking that made me think of stuff like
I'm not aware of anything that targets humans specifically in the game.
Okay.
most of the flags involve elemental-based stuff.
Okay. So are bombs weak to ice or water or both in this?
It depends on which variation they are.
Oh, okay.
Some are weak to neither.
Oh. What do they tend to be weak to? Nothing? Or?
Nothing.
Huh.
It's fuck you, fight it.
Okay.
I think the early ones are weak to, like, ice.
Okay.
But later ones, it's like, no, we're not weak to anything. What made you think that we were weak to anything?
Oh, whatchamacallit, bombs and tactics really feel like that because until you either get Leviathan or water balls, usually you don't have a way to deal water damage. It's like we're heal with fire and we're resistant to cold. We're normally affected by light. You know, I maybe I'm wrong and it would just be too painful and make them too dangerous, but I kind of feel like bombs should have a little bit more hit points in tactics.
Hmm. Oh, cool. I still have no idea what the fuck that does. Cool. Aha! Excellent.
Which I mean, excellent.
Heh.
Does what's in an egg change by place, or is there a chance that here there'll be something else in an egg? Or is it more like in a later dungeon it'll be eggs, but they'll be like dragons instead?
It depends on the encounter. If it is a random encounter, what's in the egg is random. If it's a chest encounter, it's always the same.
Okay, so even here it might be different stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. So do you think that that is, even if the game doesn't explain it, showing that he is indeed breeding monsters, and that's like a source of monsters in the world? 'Cause I know that he's turning otherwise docile stuff like the, whatchamacallit, antlion into dangerous creatures, but like...
It's, good question. I'm not sure the answer. Probably, though.
Because it's funny how in some of the games it's like a little more or less vague or subtle or whatever, but I was thinking of Final Fantasy VII, it's like monsters are a byproduct of Mako production, and Shinra's making them. I mean, then the game also has the various eldritch monsters associated with Sephiroth and the Northern Crater and stuff like that, but you know.
I was gonna say, do you know how many companies out there discovered that they found a profitable, like, byproduct?
Oh, yeah. Well, fortunately for Shinra, and this is why they're a successful company that runs the world, is they weren't like Umbrella and like, you know, all we're gonna do now is monster manufacturing. Fuck selling medicine.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure, like, what Umbrella's business model is.
I mean, eternally avoid bankruptcy by destroying the world over and over again?
Yes!
Oh, wow. It's like, money! What is the next place you want to buy stuff at?
The Underground.
Will they have new stuff?
Yes.
Cool. So they just gave you, like, what, was that 8,000 or was that like 83,000?
Oh, 83,000, I think.
So was there one place earlier a teleporter to let you leave the dungeon and come back later? Or?
No, it's just the teleporter Rubicant uses to get from the top to the bottom.
Ah, okay.
And that's all it will tell you.
To hell!
It's the part of the game where this is all you do.
Oh. Kind of like, well, you know, this is an example of something that is somewhat unexplained. I know that Rubicant did this, but is this a Rubicant power? Is this a fiend power? Is this a
Lugay
gold?
did this.
Oh, Lugay did this? Oh, so it's mad science run amok. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Because when Rubicant shows up after this, he's just like, that fucking Lugay.
Ah, okay. I forget Rubicant's kind of honorable.
Yeah, I mean, he's a fucking liar. When he's like, what's Eblon? Like,
Oh yeah, no.
bro.
Yeah, but he's like, I mean, he heals you before you fight and everything.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Because I mean, I know honor is a very strange concept that means a lot of things to a lot of different people and cultures and all that, but you know, like. Maybe he's kind of like Rufus, that if he paid attention for 5 minutes, he'd fire Hojo. Of course, I'm kind of weirded out by... In the remake, did Hojo actually leave Shinra like he did in the original game? And were they looking for him? Or did he, like...
No. So far, he's still with them.
Okay. Because I know that he rejoins Rufus when it comes to the ending events. But even then, it's just him being like, ha ha, I snuck in back into your city so I could do some fucked up shit. I mean, that and also so he gets to see the Northern Crater. If you remember, it's only then that he hands over the file he has on what's going on. Because he's all like, oh, it's all in the dossier or whatever, and like, Rufus is like, what dossier? And it's like, oh, it's all right here, and he's like, you keep a lot of secrets to yourself, don't you? And it's like, you know, this is your fault, Rufus.
Alright, and now for the sitting here part. Oh no. No, Kane, no. No, Edge, no!
Ah.
I need to go get something.
Okay.
Excuse me. Oh shit, this is still going on?
Yep.
Jesus Christ. Damn.
So, let me ask you this. You've played the version where everything's shown in higher fidelity. Do they
Yeah.
just, like... How do they show this going down in that?
Not too dissimilar how you saw it there.
Oh, just all in battle and they just disappear and it's like, that's the explanation!
Yep.
Okay, okay.
This fight is fucking possible in the DS version. No, like all of the fights are impossible in the DS version. Like, why? Why so hard?
Because you just do a lot of damage, have a lot of hit points, all sorts of stuff. Like, what makes this fight so hard?
He is just unrelenting.
Ah.
It feels like the ATB on every creature is cranked up to like 11. And yours is just dialed down to 2.
Yeah, yeah. So does that make it feel like artificial difficulty, if that makes any sense?
Yeah, now
I
you
kind of
you
don't
just,
like that term, but it is kind of relevant sometimes.
you just feel like a constant pressure on you in combat.
Yeah.
Wow. I don't. Why? Why the symbol? There you go.
They all have different symbols?
I
So is it
guess.
because it was an air one? Oh, wait a minute. Why does Blitz look like water and Flood looks like God knows what?
The people that made this, man. Oh yeah, you can technically go back and save and come back. Fuck that. We're men, and we live dangerously.
Oh, okay, this is the one.
God damn.
Wow, he took her down right away. How much damage did he do?
Like 1,000.
Dang.
Yeah.
So do ice weapons count too, or just ice spells?
Apparently not.
Right here, take this back before I get mixed up.
Yep.
Literally got it mixed up like 3 times there, and I had to check.
No. You could shell up on everybody. Bam.
Rubicant doesn't really want to kill you, he just wants you to look at his leg. You know, part of the reason this story falls apart ultimately, I'm not saying like it truly falls apart, but kind of what you were talking about before about some of the left field of it, some of the weird motivations people have is like, okay, what's his motivation right now? Why? What does he hope to achieve working for? Like, what's his name?
Zemus.
No. Is it-
Golbez.
Yeah. Because Golbez earlier said, I'm going to try to find this place I don't know anything about, but allegedly has this stuff. And it's like, do you know more or less about it than that? Are you lying? Like, what did he tell this guy to get on the work for him? You know?
Well, okay, I feel like the 4 fiends were created for the task.
Ah, okay. So they're just, it's by their nature or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. That makes sense. That makes them make more sense. I can see them being artificial beings in this. There's a lot of that in this.
Yeah.
Kind of things that seem mystical, they're literally just made. Kind of like how the mad scientist who's making weird creations is a creation. Gotta be like if you got to fight Hojo and it turns out he was a robot. I'm like, who made you? Dr. Gas, I'm doing exactly what he programmed me to. And it's like, what? Might be a little tight, tell me what you think. We can do it again.
It'll be fine.
I kind of absent-mindedly did a little bit.
It's okay. This cloak is not working the way that it's supposed to.
Did you hit him with the ice and it didn't matter?
Yeah, well,
Is it supposed to heal him? Is it supposed to counter hard? Like I said before, I can't remember. This fight's always like, oh yeah, this guy, what's he do?
it's supposed to drastically reduce damage he takes from like ice elemental shit.
Ah, okay.
Good God.
I think it's even alphabetical. Like, what did this go next to?
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
He's got to be close to getting dead. I'm gonna burn one. Fuck it.
Like, since he's jumping, he, like, even if he came back down, he wouldn't get hit by that, right? Because it wasn't aimed at him?
It was not aimed at him. It would have only... The only time it would happen is if it was aimed at him, he jumped and somehow made it back before the spell got off.
Okay.
Which I've had happen before.
Yeah.
The fuck out of here, you weirdo. Your Highness.
What do you think the deal is with the way his legs are drawn? To me, it always looks like he has really thick legs, but I don't know if it's that or if this should be, like, bowed together or, like...
That is a really good question.
Okay.
I think you're supposed to be looking down on them, but the way they're drawn, you get the impression that you're looking directly at them instead of down on them.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, like, I know there's a certain amount of... They can't exactly decide where the three-quarter view begins and ends, but, like...
There's a lot of... There's a lot of really weird forced perspective here.
Yeah.
And,
I mean, for all I know, whoever drew him just made different choices than they did with some of the other people, but, like...
I do enjoy that everybody at this point of the game has a cape except for Kane.
Yeah?
Kane has wings.
This is something that makes him kind of somewhat be able to fit into either group visually a little bit, as he fits along with the capeless Dark Knight, but then he also kind of looks like he might fit in with these guys, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Of course, he's one of the only ones who's not an advanced class. And I guess that might be a weird thing to say, but, like, a lot of the other people, like, Rosa's a red or white wizard, right? Who's the promoted version of a white mage, and, like, you know, paladins and knights are in that realm, depending on what game you're talking about, and, like, ninjas are like that, sages are like that. Now, I know that there's Porum and Palm and stuff, but the people you actually end up getting in your party, like summoners tend to be a higher end thing as opposed to, like, callers.
You're right,
or
there's
something
only a handful of characters in this game that are not advanced classes, like
Yeah.
Palom and Porum. Yang's not.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this is past the point where she's returned.
Oh yes, we are way past that. it's a trap. Ooh, got a viewer on Twitch? No, that's YouTube.
Yep.
I got my windows mixed up. My bad.
Am I wrong, or do they used to be different colors from each other?
They used to be different colors.
Okay.
But I'm a jerk. I made things terrible.
Oh, you did. You like make them uniform? I mean, yeah, that's fine. I was like, I didn't realize until you pointed out that the only reason I can distinguish it is this is like last night's comment over here.
Yeah. No, that I opened it up from the
Oh, the same browser.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, yeah. I didn't realize. I guess Edge had such a different looking background to it. Is it so you can use it on the phone and not blow your eyes out or whatever?
I've never seen 3 eggs before. Why did I run from that? What is wrong with me?
So that was an unusual setup, her and 3 eggs and stuff?
I've never seen a 3 egg encounter before.
Do you think those are supposed to be storm anima? Like, you see the name, right?
Probably. Ambushed.
I'm not saying it's not its own thing that hasn't become its own thing since then, but
They do, my man. Eggs do come in dozens. I am playing the Naming Way edition, so I don't know like what holdovers there are from like that version. I know. Hold up. Nope. Just wanted to get in here.
What? Another underground airship dock? How could it be? So is that supposed to introduce you to the idea that he's like, no, I had the steel skill?
Liberate. He liberates it.
Which makes me think of the whole, like... But, oh yeah, the whole call me a tracer hunter, I'll rip your lungs out thing. Chill, Luck. Chill. Like, he gets out of the party for 5 minutes, he's beating people up for not talking to him, right? I mean, Cloud may be crazy, but he's not usually getting random street balls for no reason.
Those bangers.
Do you think we'll get another, like, I don't want to say insane, maybe that's the wrong word, but just so out there mentally protagonist in one of these games? Because Cloud's definitely got some problems. I'm not trying to be like harsh on it, but like, it's kind of what makes him stand out from some of the other protagonists in a way.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying none of these other guys have issues, but like, not like Cloud's got issues. Cloud's the kind of guy who someone's like, who are you? And he's like, falls on the floor to his knees for 5 minutes and stands back up and he's like, I'm Cloud.
Does. Fine.
You've really not been using it. I can tell because you only have 2. I noticed they kept the very clean version of what you're doing here. This isn't the Japanese version, it's like swallow puke or something like that.
I believe that there is some language that suggests that that is what's happening. I have been fighting that so hard this whole game.
Yeah. Do they have any new equipment or just new items?
I don't think they have anything new here from when you're here earlier.
Oh, okay. Ooh, wow. Heals are expensive in this. I know a remedy's actually more powerful than this in a certain sense. But
Yeah. No, it's
I just think like you're talking about in the other one. What, heal, 50 gold. It is funny how much something like that in and of itself could change a game. Because, like, let's say they left the original... Oh, yeah. Let's say they left the original chance to get hit with status effects in, but had that change of cheap remedies. That would... I feel like that would be enough to mitigate it in and of itself if you wanted to make it easier, but, like... In games where you don't have such a limited inventory, and like, let's say like, not necessarily specifically something one like that has a more traditional inventory, right? How much of, because I tend to early on get 10 to 11 and then later 25, maybe more depending on how status effect heavy the game is, but usually I have about 25 of all the particular status effect curing items. How many do you tend to stock up to in these games?
I rely mostly on spells,
Okay.
honestly. I try to get to a point where I don't need to rely so much on like just being healed all the time, but I think in this one it's kind of hard to do it that way, the way it's balanced. Yes, I have been playing Diablo 2 recently. Resurrected.
I mean, that'll probably be what's on about this time tomorrow. I mean, I'm not trying to speak for what you're gonna do, but I mean, that's what you usually do about this time of day. Just, we're doing this right now because it's one of the days we do this.
Yeah. We would normally be doing this on Monday, but I'm gonna cancel tomorrow. Variety of reasons.
Yeah.
But no, I'll probably be playing Diablo 2 tomorrow night. It's a fun game. Warlock class is really neat. I like it. Like the two-handed weapon thing is crazy to me.
Would you say it's a truly unique class, or it feels like it plays like one of the other ones?
It plays like an amalgamation of the others.
Is it what, like an assassin druid? Like, what do you feel when you're running around? What is it reminiscent of? Because it looks, watching you do it, looks like a druid running around killing stuff, but as in its beast form. You know what I mean?
That might be it.
If
I've
you-
not played many druids.
Ah, so you've never like super spec'd into like werewolf or something?
No.
Okay.
Oh, cool. Man playing D2. Yeah, there's that. And now we get the shit that we need to fly to the next part of the game. I have not grinded enough. I have really not grinded enough.
Where do you think your next grind spot will be? I partially asked because you left a pretty fucking good one. Like, I don't remember, is there a place that's more advanced than that on the world map? Or is that the most advanced place on the world map before you reach the moon? Because I kind of feel like the moon is an extension of the world map. You know what I mean? I know it's separate, but like... Like, how tough is the stuff just right around Ebelon if you ran around outside of here? Like, is there anything worthwhile out here? Or is it going to be more of the bats? I guess the bats won't be outside, though. What is outside near Ebelon?
A lot of shit, actually. But, there are 3 spots I can still grind.
Good.
But I need to go track down Yang.
That would give you some experience going through the cave and stuff. Or is that what you're like, I haven't ground enough for?
Yeah.
Because that's kind of that is a higher level dungeon where I don't want to say you're supposed to, but like if you do it level appropriate, you kind of come back later than this to do it. Do you have float?
That is why I need to grind.
Ah. I know I said this the other day, but like, kind of miss float and stuff like that having out of battle relevance.
Also, if I want to get Ashura, I need Reflect. I don't have that.
You know, one of the, I was thinking about how float is part of the meta in 8. If you're not drawing from what you're fighting. If you are, it doesn't last long enough to be worth it. It's like, because if you're just going in and be like, bam, and fighting, Sacred and Minotaur, you could, you know, really use that to help you. But if you're trying to sit there and like get life from them and stuff like that, I think they have double also. I do need to be better about not worrying about getting some of that stuff as early as possible, probably, and just fight some of these enemies. But 8, it first encourages you to like engage with it like a normal Final Fantasy game, and then you realize it's encouraging you to not, and so then you stop engaging with it properly, and it's like, what are you doing? It's like, playing the way you apparently want me to?
I wasn't sure if I could buy anything there yet.
It is funny, because there's 2 things I do that I wouldn't have done back in the like early 2000s when that game came out, or late 90s or whatever. Is one, I get, you know, in the mission you go on, the like training mission or whatever to like Dolet.
Yeah.
I get Seifer up to like the late 60s at that point. Just him. So that I can draw level 3 stuff from the guys there. And then the other characters, I don't level them up if I can help it until I get Leviathan. Because then I have like all of the level up pluses I want. And then I start going, then I go all the way up to level 100. Do the rest of the game at that level. Which that can take a while because you have to get all your characters up that high. Ooh. Getting the gold pin better for, like, I know one of them has it on already, but
And now I am poor.
I didn't think you bought one of those.
I did not. No, I did buy something for him, but
Well, you bought him a helmet also. Did you only buy one of those?
I only bought one.
Okay, okay.
I bought this.
Ah, yeah. You did buy another gold pin for the summoner, though.
That's what it was.
Who do you think you will put the diamond ring on? Hey, there you go. Stop getting nuked by spells quite as bad.
Yeah. Wait, I have stuff to sell.
Ah, I can see that.
No, I mean when I play Warcraft, it's okay, that's the quests, or those are the quest givers. I'm out now. I get that. I've gotta go get some damn money now.
Let me ask you this. In 16, was it really worthwhile buying new equipment, or was it more that, well, you could do that, or you could go do this thing that gets you the materials and have them make something better than what you can buy? So I thought I remembered you buying some equipment, but I can't remember which was more worthwhile, doing whatever it took to do that, or like...
No, I don't remember. It has been...
Yeah, I guess you have only gone through that once.
I went through it once 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Wow, it does not... No, it was longer than 2 years ago.
Oh, I believe it. Yeah.
Jesus.
Well, yeah, it's one of those things you're like, asking me if you started playing Dynasty Warriors? It's like, a few years ago on this channel, I used to do that all the time. I used to play a lot of that and the Tenkaichi games.
Yeah. We need to get back into Fight Night.
Yeah.
Just gotta get a handle on some things.
Is Kain the only of the main characters you... No, I guess you don't see Sid's eyes either. Or, what's his name? Never mind, okay, it's not as uncommon as I was thinking. Because it's just that all these characters, you're seeing their eyes, it's like... But then Tella, you don't see his eyes. You do see Foshu Yo's eyes, though. I have to say, with the filters and stuff you have on, it's easier to see where it is and isn't damaged floor. Ooh, are these stronger monsters?
We're about to find out.
Ooh. Tough moth is tough.
Yeah. I'm sure that may just like...
Huh, I thought poison powder would have put poison on it. Maybe it's random what it does, I don't know. But
Put something on him.
put dark on him.
Oh. It's reasons.
He's like, no, it got my eyes. You have the final party now. I was just thinking about it. It's just,
Yeah.
there's a little bit of a switch out and then back later.
Yeah, Kain gets swapped for Fusai. Oh, he's still blind. Well, he doesn't need to see to blitz. Oh, man.
I'm pretty sure that's blind. It looks like it's over their eyes and stuff.
It is.
Oh yeah, I can see the shades now. They deal with it, shades.
Ah, holy shit, he's still hit. $2,200 experience, nice. Okay, so we're gonna do this. Being blind doesn't seem to be much of a hindrance, but I'm not gonna tempt fate either.
Yeah.
Four more.
You know, it's funny because, you know, I was thinking about how blind doesn't work in 7, and I'm kind of curious how much that's messed people up, because personally, the only place I really ever tried to use blind before I knew it didn't work was on those big, like, red dinosaur guys outside of Bone Village that you steal the nuts from.
Uh-huh.
They were, like, the only thing, because it took us a while to steal from them, and, like, they hit you a lot, you know what I mean? And, like, I was trying to use it on them, but, like, generally I just don't... I'm not saying I never use blind in Final Fantasy games, but not really in that one. Of course, you know, these worm guys, I know these ones are called Chrysalis or whatever, but I've been thinking about how these guys make a return in 8, but in that, instead of putting their false head forwards, they have their false head back and their true head forwards, but their false head is all, like, moving around, and that's what they attack you with and stuff.
Oh.
Where are these early ones have caterpillars and centipedes? It's easy to think sometimes.
Oh shoot. I meant to parry with her. Yeah.
You know the
Aw.
DS remake or whatever, the one that redid the graphics. Things that kind of disappoints me with stuff like that is that I'm not saying it goes to the extreme of taking one into the graphics necessarily, but some of these old games have the highly detailed graphics and the very cartoony graphics, and it's overall somewhere in between.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But whenever they do something like, they kind of make a hard choice of either making it like, I guess, I don't want to say cartoony either way, because it's a cartoon either way, but, you know, like, simplistic and, like, you know, looking or highly detailed. It's like, I don't know. I know that you can't really get away with the disparity between such things in games now.
I would love to be able to play a Final Fantasy game that actually looks like a Yoshitaka Amano painting.
I do feel like we're to the point technologically we could do that now. Something similar to cell shaded, but maybe a little different from that. What do you think would look better? Like a bunch of flat images from all the different sides, or like actual 3D models rendered to look like it?
Ooh, I don't know.
Because even though 16 didn't have that style, there were a few things in it that were definitely in that style, like that sword you obtained at one point that looked like one of his, like, made out of one piece of metal curved swords or whatever.
Yeah.
It must be a air ability, or whatever that means. I do, it is a little weird to me that some have different designations than the others.
Why? That was quite a bit of experience there. Ah, 2 more fights though. Oh yeah, we're gonna be here for a while.
What level you want to get up to before you go to the cave?
Float.
Oh yeah, I forgot it was specifically that. Well, I can't really do it right now, practically speaking.
Yeah.
Have, as far as you can tell, have they changed the level you gain spells? We might have talked about this before, but like.
I think so.
Okay.
But I don't think it's far off.
Forty is more like the moon, right?
Yeah. Oh shoot. I keep not meaning to attack with her.
Oh, right. You gotta put slow and stuff. Yeah, I wonder if in Dark in this one doesn't so much lower your hit rate per se, but lowers your number of hits. Or maybe it affects your hit rate in that way. I don't know.
I don't know.
So I want to say the way it's supposed to work in 1, stuff like that, is that it affects your number of hits directly, not so much your chance to hit, you know what I mean? And 2 might be like that also.
Oh. Why was I thinking I held on to some? Well,
Did you, and you put it in the chocobo?
no, I thought I kept a couple of like remedies, and I looks like I sold them. That's fine.
The sight should work, right?
Sight?
Go back into our magic. Cost 2 instead. Oh, yeah, duh. Yeah, I was even talking about using that earlier. Duh.
Yep.
I was thinking of Blinda, basically. Or whatever it's called in some of the other ones.
The run button is very janky in this game. Being able to run on the world map is wild in my brain.
What was one of the old RPGs where if you ran, you did get across the map faster, but you had a higher % chance per step to run into monsters?
Not sure.
Okay.
I keep... I'm thinking of Seventh Saga, but that's not it. That game just let you know how surrounded you were. Hey! What's happening, Tom and James?
You know, a long time ago, back when it came out, I rented and played Seventh Saga. What I've read of its, or not read, but like seen videos about. I've been like, why do people hate this game? And I watched a video about kind of how.
Yes, you can. But only you can.
But I wonder if I did as well as I did when because I completed one of the scenarios. And I wonder if I only did as well as I did in it because of what I used to do in those games of basically avoiding as much combat as possible. So I never got powered to the point where it powered up the bosses to make them unreasonable.
Nah.
You know, like, I'm not sure if that's what happened. It's kind of one of those games that if it's as hard as it supposedly is, how the fuck did I get through it on the one try? I didn't get, do all the scenarios, but I did at least one of them.
Yeah.
And it's like, how did I even accomplish that? I had a hard time with games like this back then, like... Because I think the scenario I got through was the guy who, like, is from a family that has magic, but he has no magic, so he's like, fuck that whole nation, or whatever, and goes back and kills them all, or whatever.
Well, I have to go to the sealed cave after this.
Yeah.
And I didn't get the spoon. So what in the hell have I done in previous run-throughs that I got the spoon before going to the wall?
I think that they, in some way, barred you from getting it. Like, I think they're like, you want it now? No. When it's level appropriate.
Maybe. But
Yeah.
I feel like there was something I didn't do.
Did you try talking to her, like, more than once or anything? Or you talked to
Yeah,
her
I
again?
talked to her twice. But,
I don't know.
this is the first opportunity I've had to be able to get over there, so... I don't know.
Like, what is the normal process for getting it? Because I feel like I've had the spoon before.
You go to her, you tell her what happens, she gives you the frying pan, you hit Yang, you go, well, you find Yang, you go to her, you hit him with the frying pan, you go back, and when you return the frying pan, she gives you the spoon.
Is there a chance
In
that...
some versions, it's called the knife.
Is there a chance that you should have had, like, float at level 24, and if you run from everything, yeah, it's totally doable.
I don't know. I'll have to look into it again. See if maybe I'm misremembering it, but I could have sworn you could.
I'm pretty sure I've seen people do that.
Like I said, I probably just missed something.
But I don't know, this is a game that I somewhat refigure out every time I play it.
Ah,
I mean, like, there's a lot of stuff I remember, but like I said, I don't remember a lot of the order of events. Kind of like I always mix up where the Wind Chick and the Yang sacrifice are.
oh shoot.
Because actually, a few years ago, I was doing a run at one point with the idea of learning the game. I just, like, life got in the way.
Yeah.
So I was really trying to set in my mind when this happens, when that happens, so that I knew when to take stuff off of people, stuff like that.
Yeah. Nice. Not so nice.
When you get Kane for the final time, he gets re-leveled again, right?
Yep. As far as I'm aware, it is the only opportunity you have. The only opportunity you have in the game, I think, to out-level Kane is then. Because I want to say there is a chance you can get Kane to come in at a lower party than Cecil. That may be something I may be misremembering or conflating with his hit points, because his hit points are always lower than Cecil's.
Oh, even as a Dark Knight?
Yes.
Okay.
So you notice he has 1387,
Mm-hmm.
1492, Cecil's level 31. He's level 33.
Yeah.
So Dragoons have a shorter hit point gain than Paladins and Dark Knights.
Okay.
But you think of Kain as a kind of tanky character because he does have like the plate and the all the other stuff, but he is more of a damage dealing class than
Well, and a lot of his survivability comes from being up in the air when shit's going on.
Yeah.
I remember there being some battles when I wouldn't jump with them for damage. I'd jump with them right before I thought something was about to happen. Like, can't, even if you're, like, losing against the demon wall, you can get lucky with him surviving a few rounds he wouldn't when it's cornering you.
Yeah, I want to say when he starts getting to the point that he starts to crush you, I believe his ATB starts to increase every turn.
Which, in 12, when they get you up against the wall, it's just instant loss. Of course, the two demon walls in the game that I remember, maybe there's more, but I think there's only two, are both in the same dungeon. And it's Wraithwall's Tomb. And, like, after I found out they were in there, I was like, did they just name a crucial story character after the dungeon mechanic? I mean, maybe because they called him Wraithwall, and maybe it's more to symbolize, that what his intentions were are beyond the fog of death now, or something like that. And they just, because they thought it would put demon walls in there because of his name, but sometimes I'm like, I think they just named them that because they wanted to put demon walls in this dungeon.
Sometimes it's that simple, kids. Why? Why, game? Why have you betrayed me? Oh, no.
What weapons do they sell here?
Weapons I already have.
Ah, okay.
I guess I could get Cecil the Ogre Killer, but... Why was I thinking there was something else here?
Is it me, or does the bestiary... It's only one use, right?
Yeah.
Does it feel like an item you should be able to buy at the beginning of the game for relatively cheap?
Yep. Yes, it does, because, like, tell me about what I'm fighting.
Yeah. I can't remember, some of these places where you can't get stuff like Zeus's Rage and stuff in the original version, like, not original version, but the US version originally.
Mm-hmm.
What were in those treasure boxes instead?
Either money or heal.
Oh yeah, you would find a lot of heal, wouldn't you? Yeah, and you find life too, wouldn't you? 'Cause that's what Phoenix Downs were called, weren't they? Weren't it called Life?
Yep.
I think I remember as a kid referring to them as lives.
Yep.
Do you go in that building it looks like you can go into, or does it not have that kind of mechanic going on? Like, go up and to the left right here. See that little road there? Okay.
Oh. There was a...
Okay, it just looked like you might be able to go in there, but I can see it just being an extra building to fill it out, but they're like, I don't know, we didn't have anything to put in there.
Yeah.
This is the land of the summon monsters, right?
This isn't. This is the sealed cave.
Oh, okay, yeah. I get the 3 locations mixed up. I also tend to get this dungeon and the one with the doors and stuff mixed up.
This is the one with the doors.
Oh, okay. Do the vampiresses count as flying creatures?
Probably. I just had to guess. I would say probably.
Because in this, a flag is flying creatures are weak to, like, arrows and shit, right?
I think it treats them. I think it just treats them like long-range creatures that are immune to quake.
Ah, okay. What do you mean? So you can't hit them without long range?
No, it doesn't deal as much. It's as if they're always in the back row.
Oh, okay. And so it feels like they're weak to her thing because she's just,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
does normal damage to them. Okay.
Yeah. A spell I'll never use.
They do kind of stop sucking the magic points out of you after, like, get it dumped in.
Yeah.
It is funny how that's something they do to you on some of these old ones, mostly at the very beginning of the game, and it's like, why here?
Yeah. Okay, game.
First thing that makes me think of is in Something that works better in 5 than it does in Tactics is putting unarmed on magic users. So, because I was thinking about how the dungeon at the beginning that I tend to grind in and that, but you can get elixir drops in, has a lot of enemies that suck your magic points. It's like one of the first dungeons in the game.
Yeah.
And I was like, how do I get around that when I'm leveling up black mages? It's like I always get to the point of having unarmed being able to be put on other classes before I start doing that. That's what I do.
Oh, wow.
There are some setups in that it makes me wonder where this setup has a hard time. Like, you know, if you set up either monks with white magic or white mages with unarmed, it's like, I'm not saying, you know, you just get through everything, but that takes care of a lot.
I think we're about to have a guest. And that's fine, because we may need to get off here soon. Yes, I need to get off here.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna walk.
You're getting some decent experience and money here. You notice you're getting about 1,000 money plus per battle. So what are you up to money-wise? Okay, yeah.
So we're gonna save. We're gonna come back to this Wednesday.
Okay.
And then yeah. This is John.
Is Nerding?
Catch you later.